As professional high priestess, whew, time is moving really quickly. So I've been busy with doing a lot of things, trying to get myself settled because I had a major transition, and I'm in a good place. I'm excited. Thank you guys for praying for me, for helping me out, supporting me. I did want to just let you guys know my channel is heavily edited, so I get way more views on my channel than you guys can see on the front end. So even when we're doing the live streams, I have at least 60 to 100 people in each one in every live stream, right? So that's just from what I can see because they edit that too. It can be thousands of people. So I wanted to let you guys know that. So be careful with paying attention to that because you guys don't know that there's actually a specific type of company for subscriptions. You pay them, you upload your link, they get you views, and they get you subscribers. So a lot of people, their channel is on that, and they wouldn't have like three-fourths of the subscribers and stuff that they have had they not. They wouldn't have like what they have, if they hadn't used that technology. So I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to let you guys know EBT is done. So something's happening right now in the social service system because of what happened with the virtual reality and how Russia and China got exposed. It's basically the fact that they have sex with their children and they play in space. So what ended up happening here was for the Russian community because of how they were acting in LA at my apartment, because of certain photos that were taken of them, because they were hacking my phone and certain agents then got access to a platform. They can see on my phone, see different documents, see who I was emailing. And because of my YouTube channel, they've been shutting off the EBT for a lot of the cyborgia. Now, one of the things that has happened was the EBT skimmer. That was one thing. The other one was people that were working in the EBT office, working there on purpose, and they were giving EBT to these people, and they had another EBT card for themselves for like $400 or $500 or $600 a month, wasting money. And then there was also something else that was going on where people who don't have papers were getting their EBT through specific individuals that were planted at these different places and were playing in the databases. They fired a bunch of people here in San Francisco. They fired a bunch of people, and that's in the Health and Human Services division that were playing with EBT, starting a bunch of shit, causing a bunch of drama. And they didn't know that they were being watched and that there was like a major overhaul and that they were supposed to be, that they were getting caught for not doing their job. A lot of people were getting demoted. So people that had like higher access have gotten demoted to people that you see when you walk into the place and that like are sitting at the counter, right? Because there's different levels of people that are working. And then there's a bunch of new people coming in to fill in those jobs, and then a bunch of people getting removed. But I just wanted to say it's because of what with that virtual reality, how all their families got exposed, and I was really surprised to see that. Like, oh, okay, I see. The social service system is like completely done for. They're getting rid of all the people that are been starting a bunch of shit. It's gonna keep on going in a lot of places. Trust it, it is. But I just know that in California, if that's what's going on, then it starts in California and a few other states, and it goes everywhere. So I just wanted you guys to know that it's been a long time coming because there's been like stuff that's been going on where they don't deserve it. Why? You come here to the country, you're here to stalk and harass black and brown people. You're sneaking into people's apartments. You're getting you're infected with HIV and you're getting paid to spread it. You're starting hella shit. They got their EBT cut off. They got their lifeline cut off. It's also SSI and then also Cache too. So one of the things that's happening here is the cyborgs don't know that they don't actually have the protection they think they have. And then on top of that, because inside of with the Russians, there's something with Bosnia, Romania, Serbia, Georgia, different countries that have come up against Vladimir and them, who are trying to force him into the Soviet or into what they call like Yugoslav. I think that's what they call it, like Yugoslav, which is a collection of countries or something like that. There's like a name for it. I believe it's Yugoslav or something. There's people that didn't want to be involved in that and that fought against them. So now that they have asylum and they have their jobs, they can fight against the cyborg, and they told on them. So then what ended up happening here is that because of what happened with the virtual reality, how they had started harassing me and playing games, it came up in a very major way, and everyone just decided to go through it's a big data project right now to go through all these systems and take everyone off EBT, SSI, Cache, etc., and then get them deported. So one thing that's happening at the offices is it's the delay. There's a big ass delay. This happened in Georgia where people couldn't even get their food stamps because there was a big ass delay because hella people ended up getting fucking fired. But also too, there's a big ass thing with uploading charges to people's account. A lot of people got caught playing with that gang stalking and playing with that spell work with this whole case. And if your name is connected to this case in any way, shape, or form with all those kids that went missing because people were being stupid, you're gonna get charged, and people are going down and finding out that they got charged and they can't get an EBT card. So you guys, that's yeah, so that's all I have to say, and that's gonna come up in a very major way where they're gonna upload databases of people all at once to the back end of this platform nationally, and it doesn't matter if you're in a different state, they can still find out what's gonna go ahead and start doing a lot of that. And some of you guys are going to be okay, but a lot of people that were causing chaos and havoc that are just not going to be okay. And it happened for unemployment. People got cut off unemployment. People's companies weren't able to get like different economic packages and things like that because of their involvement with this. And this is very serious. You guys have to understand thousands of children went missing because they're playing with white people. Talking about feeding small children of color feces is going to give them spiritual powers. You guys need to understand how white people are really getting hit left and right, and they really have zero options. Their last option was EBT card and then playing with Bitcoin. That Bitcoin is done because they have to reverse all the transactions back to your bank account and back to your cards, back to your EBT that they were stealing from, and that's it. So now they have to find another option because that system, that whole system is going to end up breaking, and they're not going to be able to get into it anyways. So, and because so much is going on the internet with spell work, and because they're on several different drugs, playing with fentanyl and this one and that one, they don't actually know what they're doing on the internet, and what, like, they don't actually understand like what they're actually doing on the internet, that they're opening more doors and more holes for hacking and to get exposed, right? So as they're going on the internet like that, playing with one spell work that's reversing and backfiring on them, and then two, playing with chemicals and playing with incest, they're gonna walk into a big ass trap where they end up exposing themselves so badly on the internet that they all just disappear at once and go hide in the shadows, because what's gonna come out about them all at once is gonna be so embarrassing. They're not gonna want to show their face, because right now, as it is, with just a few people know, not it's a lot of people know about this with them mating in their family, but what's gonna happen is a lot more people are gonna find out, and it's gonna be very extreme. So, and there, it's going to cause a lot of like backlash even amongst themselves. They've been going backlash. So you're mating with your sister and your daughter. That's so unruly. What the heck? And we're supposed to be business associates. So, and they're business associates, and they're cutting each other off because they don't want to be involved. So that's one of the things I had to say today. I also wanted to say that it's JP Morgan Healthcare Week in San Francisco. So for the cartel, please just know that there's going to be a lot of events. So just know that there's a lot of people that you guys are looking for, and they're out here trying to sell my biotech work and stuff like that. It was so funny because I was down there today, and if you guys have no idea, these white people, you can look at them and tell exactly who was involved in that, and people absolutely want nothing to do with them. And you would be surprised like how many fights have been going on, people getting excused from conferences, small annual meetings and things like that, because their companies were involved in all the chemical robberies, right? Stealing from other people, doing overlays, cutting up their supply, robbing the farms that they need for their phytochemicals. There's been a bunch of infighting. So I'm excited to see how people are really falling the fuck off, and people are here looking for a job too. And a lot of people just like got invited because JP Morgan realized like, oh, we have to invite more people, we have to open up the pool, because a lot of people don't have money, and we want to try to make it seem like, you know, we're still doing something, because healthcare completely fell off. There is no healthcare. There's only trying to make platforms for people that practice nonsense in their families, and sleep with and molest children and play with people of color. They need different medicines and stuff like that. There's no phytochemical that will work for them. There's not a single phytochemical in any universe that's going to heal them, because that phytochemical doesn't want any involvement. What they were doing was they were playing with magic in space to hide what chemical, what plant they were using in medicine down on planet Earth. That's done now. So all that got deactivated, right? So even the plant itself, the phytochemical has been stripped. So even before they process some of these drugs, they can plant as much as they want. There is no phytochemical. There is no health capacity in it because of what they were doing, playing with children of color. So what's going to end up happening is there's going to be a major overhaul to that whole pharmacy system, on top of which, as I just mentioned, with Medi-Cal, SSI, EBT, and people not being able to have any options because they were playing hella games. On top of all of this coming up with people having to get drug tested, they are not playing right now, and people have to get themselves ready. And that drug testing one was completely is something different. That's it being very exclusionary. That's something that they've been tried in the past and they're bringing up again. But it's because it's trying to get people off of like the fentanyl, because the fentanyl is too much. It turns the place into like a Walking Dead zombie land. People are not well on it. You could take somebody that's completely normal, they take one hit of that fentanyl, they're done for because it's from space. So one of the things that's happening here is trying to get people like they were trying to get people bully, or not bully, I would say shuffle people into trying to be sober so they can get their EBT back. But I just wanted to give you guys those updates because that's what's happening, and I was so surprised when I saw that, like, oh, they really weren't playing. They cleared house, and they have a new system too because the other one had a bunch of holes and leaks in it. So they moved everyone's EBT to a brand new system. They're hiring dozens of people. They're hiring over up to 100 something people because of what's currently going on. So a lot of people got fired. Bitches playing. This is also medical records. Bitches playing in Medi-Cal. Remember I told you about that? That's very serious. What they were doing, hoes that were playing at the Medi-Cal system, telling people's business. Oh, he crossed the border. How? Look, he has his papers. Look at him. He has Medi-Cal because she's pregnant, and it's on Facebook. Starting hella shit, causing hella drama. That's the type of shit that people were doing, and they got fucking fired. So for me to see that in a place like San Francisco, I was like, okay, there's a lot of work being done, and the feds are not playing with people, and people are really getting fired because they keep on underestimating. It's a big ass spell, like you're outnumbered. No, they keep on underestimating the fact that they played in hella different people's countries and they work in those systems, and they can just reactivate that. Like, oh, mom, I already know what you guys are doing because you did this in the war with my family, so I can just reactivate that and get you hit up with war crimes too, which is a big thing that's coming up with a lot of these people. They can't work in that system because their families are war criminals and they were using their job to terrorize people. I told you that Gavin Newsom had stacked up the state over the years. It wasn't really Gavin Newsom, it's Willie Brown's regime. Willie Brown, Jerry Brown, Gavin Newsom, and these fake ass Democrats that went to go and play games and start a bunch of bullshit with the Republicans they still shake hands with, and they set up this whole system and it's breaking down. That's just for California. It's the same in different places. It's always a few hands getting together to orchestrate things. Their regimes are breaking. The last regime is this computer, and you guys don't understand. This thing is breaking really badly. So that's all I had to say. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.